It's Tuesday, April 26th. And Elon Musk bought Twitter. Because even though he told the UN that if they could come up with a plan to end world hunger for $6 billion, he would fund it. They came up with the plan and gave it to him, and he didn't fund it. He decided to use $44 billion and buy a social media platform. So yeah, more crazies owning media content. Zuckerberg, who's just a despicable human being, owns Facebook and Instagram. Musk owns Twitter. Bezos owns the Washington Post. The Murdochs own Fox and Skynet. It's just like we're inundated with stupidity. And I don't really think much is going to change on Twitter. He doesn't seem to have enough of an attention span. I think he loves all the attention he's getting for buying Twitter and for all the speculation of what might happen. Even if he lets Trump back on the platform, all that means is that gives Trump one more place to put down in writing his lies and potentially get himself into trouble. Only if the DOJ would ever do anything about it. As more and more evidence mounts, it gets more and more frustrating that we are just simply not holding the man accountable. And fine, if you're concerned about you don't want to hold a man accountable for the actions that he did while he was president, which, by the way, is a stupid fucking argument. Just because you're president, you don't get to break the law. Just ask Richard Nixon. If he's committing crimes after his presidency, shouldn't he be prosecuted for those? If he's committed crimes before his presidency, shouldn't he be prosecuted for those? The New York Attorney General has gone after Trump, and he has been convicted of contempt of court, and he's being fined $10,000 per day for not adhering to the subpoena for the investigation into his finances. Of course, they're appealing that ruling. Like, this is just goes, a cycle of appeal is just never ending. So that's frustrating to watch. But what I don't understand about, The View today is why there was no mention of the January 6th terrorist attack. There was no mention of the text messages to Mark Meadows, the ones in which Marjorie Taylor Greene talked about instituting martial law, which, by the way, she spelled incorrectly, and how that does not coincide with the testimony that she gave on Friday. Yes, she said on Friday, "Oh, I don't recall." How do you not recall all of the things that you asked to have happen in a series of text messages on one day that you had considered to be, one of the most patriotic days of the, millennia, and that you planned for and that you participated in and were so concerned about? And you made multiple outreaches to the presidential chief of staff, and you just don't recall? Excuse me. I think we should concern ourselves with her senility and not Joe Biden's, if she really can't recall all of those things that she never did, or that she says she never did, which she clearly did, because now we have the evidence that she did them. It's exhausting. But what is frustrating about it is that it should be the story all the time. I don't care. Every day, we need to remind people that the Republican Party tried to steal an election. You have to say it over and over and over again. People have very short memories, and all they want to be able to chant something. So, get your shit together, Democrats. Get on the goddamn TVs. At least Elizabeth Warren had the decency to say in a recent interview, when asked about Kevin McCarthy, to just say he's a liar and a traitor. They're liars and they're traitors, and we need to keep saying it over and over again. It's just amazing that the amount of stupidity that we're surrounded by, and the amount of stupidity that just gets perpetuated by the media over and over and over again, um, by an electorate that just wants to yell out the dumbest, meanest thing that comes to mind. America.